Xi of China, when you see Kim Jong-un of North Korea, when you see Putin, and you see all of these people, they're at the top of their game, whether you like it or not, and they can't believe that this has happened to the United States. We have lost respect all over the world.
Moments ago, Donald Trump's reverence for autocrats of the world was on full display in the city where he stands trial, in the New York City borough of the Bronx, one of the most deeply blue counties in the nation. The Bronx, which boasts a Hispanic and black majority, might seem like an odd choice for a man who echoes Hitler on immigration and whose Truth Social boasted about a unified Reich. But it's just the icing on what's been a topsy-turvy week in American politics.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's a new day. We thank the Lord. It's a new day. Thank God it's a new day. So good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, you. It's me, W. Joe, on that channel. One life, many seasons. What do we have here? Joy Reid. I've heard somebody refer to her as Joyless Reid. I'm questioning her ever never-ending disdain for Trump, for men, and for the other race. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in here. Someone had sent me this, and I just thought I'll put my own little 2 cents in it. I give my perspective. I'm not taking sides, but I do take sides of common sense. Let's just listen to this, and we'll just go along the way. Please drop your comments below. I'd like to know what you think. Let's just go through this together. Let's just watch and see.
This week, Trump accused President Biden of trying to kill him and then floated, but then unconvincingly walked back the idea that he was open to states restricting access to birth control. The once grand old party, of course, has totally caved. The latest being former presidential candidate Nikki Haley, who once said that she felt no need to kiss.
Before we get into Nikki Haley, so she just talked about what happened at the Bronx. President Trump was out there. A campaign rally, which was a success. I did a prior video on that as well. So if you want to see that, just go and see it. Covered it. It was a success. Black people, colored people, however you want to call it. Everyone, we are all tired of the nonsense the current administration is feeding us. It's not working. It has not worked. It's not working. And everyone is tired and we want something better. It's just as simple as that. When something is not working, people want better. And you can't keep telling me or telling us to stay on your side when you're not producing. It's not productive. We got to change strategy. We can't keep doing the same thing. It's not working. We got to change strategy. So I'm really curious to see what she has. I'm trying to figure out what her issues are, and I seriously think that she have like an interview for her. She really needs to. But let's just go on, and we will talk about that later. Now we'll talk about Nikki Haley.
Only to kiss the ring in public remarks when saying she plans to vote for Donald Trump. Meanwhile, the actual president is getting actual things done on Wednesday.
Would you, Joy? Let me just. Do you think Nikki would vote for Biden? There are some questions they don't need to be asked because we already know what the response is. So I'm not sure what she's insinuating or she's trying to get at by questioning Nikki Haley, who is part of the Republican Party. She lost to Donald Trump, is voting for Donald Trump. What do you expect her to say? I'm coming out to vote for Biden. Would you do that, Joy? Would you vote for Trump? Seriously, I want to know. Would you vote for Trump?
Wednesday, President Biden announced the cancellation of an additional $7.7 billion with a B dollars in student loans for 160,000 Americans. He also reached an historic milestone of appointing more than 200 federal judges, the majority of them women and people of color.
That's the other problem that I have with this lady. and so many that follow her or talk about her. What is the disdain that you have for men as well? I'm an advocate for men. I believe in men doing right, living right, being good husbands, being good fathers, being good men in general. But there's just something in the society today that does not support, especially men of color. It's almost like we've been set up to fail. But we will succeed somehow, because there are many men coming out, black men, Hispanic men, all other races men, even Caucasians, that are supportive of men, especially men of color, wanting us to do right. We're getting education. We've been trained to be better husbands and better fathers, and just doing right. And you could just hear it. It's like there's this thing in her, just so excited. It's women of color and women, but there's something wrong when the order is out of order. There is something wrong. And I'm not sure. I really seriously would like for this lady, Joy Reid, to be interviewed and ask the question, what is the issue that you have with Trump? You can say it. What are the issues that you have with men? And what are the issues that you have with the other race? Because it's written all over her face. It's just like when she comes on the screen, it's like this whole thing of disdain, anger, just, it's not inviting. It's not welcoming. And right off the bat, you just want to turn it off. But I listen to all channels. I listen to Fox News. I listen to CNN. I listen to MSNBC because I believe in knowledge. But I will strip out, what's not making sense. But I'd like to know what you think about this lady, her constant, never-ending rage and rant over Trump and men, especially black men. And the other race, they're not doing right, they're wrong. I'd like to know what you think about this lady, please. Let's just go on.
Joining me now is Charles Blow, MSNBC political analyst and columnist for the New York Times, and Molly Jong-Fast, Vanity Fair special correspondent and MSNBC contributor. Let me play for you all to enjoy Nikki Haley's, a bit of her speech, juxtaposed with some of the facts to fact check it. Here it is.
As a voter, I put my priorities on a president who's going to have the backs of our allies.
But NATO, you take a look at NATO, every deal is horrible. I haven't seen any deals that are like good deals.
And hold our enemies to account.
I think Putin's been a very strong leader for Russia.
Who would secure the border, no more excuses.
Nikki Haley has been in the pocket of the open borders establishment donors her entire career, and she's a globalist, she likes the globe.
Trump would be smart to reach out to the millions of people who voted for me and continue to support me.
People behind Nikki Haley are pro-amnesty, pro-China, pro-open borders, pro-war, pro-deep state, and pro-Biden. That's not too good.
Make it make sense? Why is she endorsing him? Oh, maybe we knew she was going to.
Right. I think she would. Yeah. Look, she's not a person with a lot of moral courage, and she has never been. She served in that admin. I thought maybe she'd be.
Oh, now they're saying that after she lost. We weren't hearing that on MSNBC before. We weren't hearing that on CNN, saying she had she lacked moral courage or whatever terminology they just used. You weren't saying that. They were leading her on. They were saying she was good enough because they wanted it to be a landslide for Biden. They thought, that would be an easy win. All of a sudden, she lost to President Trump, and now she is no good. What does that tell you about life in itself? People, humans. May God give us wisdom. May God help us. That's just the story of humans. As long as they get what they can from you to use you or to abuse you, they will edge you on. But once they've gotten what they want, you better believe they're gone. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by this on MSNBC. I'm not surprised by Democratic Party saying this now. I remember not too long ago, there were all of them rooting for Nikki Haley. Yes, she's a better candidate. She's going to do this. She's going to do that. And now she loses and lost. Now she's no good. Food for thought.
Smart and have an eye towards democracy. That is not how it works. And look, all these Republicans have fallen in line except Mike Pence.
Yeah.
His former
Chris Christie.
Right, Chris Christie. But Mike Pence was his former vice president.
Yeah.
And he, again, Trump did a lot of terrible stuff to him, but he did actually say, I'm not going to vote for him, which I think is a meaningful. And by the way, a lot of people in Trump's administration have also come out against Trump, just not Nikki Haley.
Let me play really quick what she said about kissing the ring.
He's gotten more unstable and unhinged. He spends more time in courtrooms than he does on the campaign trail. Many of the same politicians who now publicly embrace Trump privately dread him. I feel no need to kiss the ring.
Those who embrace Trump privately dread him, Charles Blow. There is a thing in autocracy where everyone has to take the knee. Everyone must do it. It's just not on Game of Thrones. They're all doing it to what end?
Listen, Nikki Haley is smart. She's articulate. She's very accomplished. She's also a person who lacks any integrity whatsoever.
Zero.
And that has always been the case. She has always been one of the most.
If Nikki Haley lacks integrity, how come you all thought she was the better candidate? How come you all were saying she's a better candidate? Nikki Haley lacks integrity. That's not what you were saying a few months ago. That's not what we heard from MSNBC, CNN, and all the other news channels. You all said she's fit because you had your agenda, which is you were hoping that she would beat President Trump, and then it could be an easy win for Biden. Right?
Transactional politicians that we have in this country, and she continues to show us that that is who Nikki Haley is. I was really kind of blown away during the Republican primaries when people kept saying, "Oh, she's different. It's a different kind of Republican. This is a viable alternative." No, this is always who Nikki Haley has been.
Yeah.
This is always who Nikki Haley will be.
I covered the taking down of the Confederate flag, which she falsely took credit for. It was really Democratic lawmakers who did it. And she was as transactional as she could be because she was for that flag. Let me stay with you for just one moment, Charles Blow. What will be the point of Donald Trump going to the Bronx and bigging up Putin, Xi Jinping, and Kim Jong-un in a place he can never win? The Bronx is full of black and...
Says who? By whose standard? Why are the Democrats so confident? Is there more to it that we need to know, that we don't know? Why are they so confident? And this is the problem. They keep telling us and they keep expecting that black people, colored people will vote Democrats without earning it. They haven't done anything, in my opinion, anything positive enough to earn our vote. At least I know not mine. I voted Obama twice and then made the switch. When I saw that, it wasn't working out for me with them. So I need to know, where is the confidence coming from? Where do they get that confidence to always come out and say, this is a blue state, we're going to win it? What gives them that confidence? Please tell me if you know. I'd like to know because, hey, we're trying to educate each other here. At the end of the day, it's one America. Again, I did a prior video, talked about that. One America. We got to pray for our leaders, and we got to elect the right leaders, because at the end of the day, whether we like them or not, the decisions that they make will impact everyone, not just the people that they like or the people that they don't like. So when we're making this and voting and electing people, we have to make sure it's the people that can do the right job, the good job, not the people we just like for whatever the reasons are. It's no time to be sentimental. We got to be realistic. And right now we've seen 4 years of President Trump. We can see 4 years of Biden. And we can do the contrast, and we know what the result is. And that's why there's a whole rage of black people in particular going the other way, going to the Republican Party, because we are not happy. It's not good. And we can't keep having the feeling of being used and abused. And the expectation from the administration is we have your vote anyway. No, does not work that way.
Latino folk, and he's not fond of those.
Right. Well, but you said it yourself in your question. He's not going to win New York. He's not going to win the Bronx.
He will win.
That audience is not the Bronx.
He
that
will win.
Is everyone else in states that he could possibly win. And what he tries to do, and there's no downside for him to do this, by the way. What he's trying to do is to signal to other people, in swing states who are white, who don't want to be thought of as voting for racists, to soften the ground there and say, well, maybe he's not such a racist. Also, to maybe shave off a couple of percentage points among blacks and Hispanics. Also, people who look at it and say, I don't want to vote for a racist.
He's racist, is racist, is racist. Please can you list how you came up with that conclusion? What makes him racist? I still can't get any answers. I've asked so many people that say he's racist, and they just say, he's just racist. He's just racist. Please tell me. Please put it in the comments. You say he's racist. Why? Maybe if he knows, maybe if we know, we can correct that. Because sometimes people just don't know they're doing something wrong, right? And we're just trying to make ourselves better. That's all. So I'm still waiting. I still can't get an answer and a response. It's always this very bogus umbrella response. Oh, he's just racist. But why? Tell me. Let me know. Educate me. I'm willing to learn. And please don't give me one of those, oh, you mean you can't see it? You're black and you can't see it? No, I need you to explain to me why you say President Trump is racist. I need to understand that because, hey, who knows? I might just be doing the same thing. And I don't want to be racist. So please let me know.
And they say, well, maybe he's not as racist as they say that he is. This is signaling to other people, has nothing to do with New York, has nothing to do with the Bronx.
Yeah, the unified Reich thing, he just says things like that. It's Trump. That's what they want us to believe. Unified Reich is like a thing. It's like an actual, Google it.
All right, well, that's all they got on that clip, on that session by Joy Reid. She covered a whole lot of things. Trump, Nikki Haley, and I kind of deduced from there one of her comments about men and obviously the other race. And you heard it all. So again, I really think she needs to go on one of this other channels, or maybe even MSNBC, and do an interview and really tell us, what is this never-ending disdain you have for President Trump, for men, for the other race? Maybe if we can hear from your perspective. I mean, you've said so many things, but it never seems to be very clear what your responses are. So I really think they should do an interview for her where she comes out and let people know. But again, that may never happen. and we just take from what we have. And like I said, I've heard a whole lot of things about different kinds of names. She just comes across as angry. Every time I see her, she's just angry, just mad, just about to do something. Arrgh. That's not pleasant. We got to do better. We got to do better, especially if you're trying to encourage people like us, people of color, black people, to do better. You can't come being angry and expect us to be joyful. Your name is joy. Represent your name. Let your name speak well of your character. But right now, it's not, in my opinion. Hey, thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time stopping by, hey, you're welcome. Welcome to this family. Please put your comments below. I'd like to know what you think so we could get into this discussion. Because, again, at the end of the day, this is not for you. It's not for me. It's for everyone to make us better. Enough of all this fighting. Enough of all this malice. Enough of all this anger. And it's not getting us anywhere. Because at the end of the day, it's one America. It's not a DNC America. It's not an RNC America. It's America. If anything happens today, we all have to fight together. So why don't we learn how to coexist from now before anything else happens? We're too divided. It's not good for the country. It's not good for the current generation. It's not good for the upcoming generation. This division is too much. It's eating us so deeply. And it's affecting a lot of the progress we should be making. It's not good. The division is not good. My praise is that God would just help us, give us wisdom, and help us get out of this funk or whatever we want to call it. I don't know. It's just too much. I've never seen or witnessed such a divided and such a tense political atmosphere as this before. We got to do better. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If this is your first time, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be coming back with more pieces. You can check out my other videos as well. You know, if you look in the corners above. But you know how we like to close it out on this channel. We like to remind ourselves. We remember we got one life with many seasons. God bless you. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you soon. Thanks again. You take care now. Bye-bye.